To care for a wild baby rabbit, line a wooden or plastic box with pesticide-free soil and dried hay. Then scoop out a circular nest in the hay and nestle the bunny into it. Remember to handle the baby as little as possible, since excessive handling can cause distress or even death. If the rabbit's eyes are still closed, feed it a mixture of kitten milk, replacer and goat milk. Otherwise, feed it fresh greens, hay and water. Step 1. Make sure that the rabbits actually need to be taken care of. A mother rabbit can be very secretive. She leaves the nest during the day to keep the predators away. She has not abandoned her babies. If you find a nest of bunnies, leave them alone. But if it's obvious that they need help, the mother is dead on the road, for instance, you'll need to take them to a vet or wildlife rehabilitator. A wild cottontail, a US rabbit that is not old enough to be weaned yet, may have a white spot on its forehead. Some babies, on occasion, are born without any spot. Some rabbits will retain the blaze throughout their life and others will lose it as they age. The presence or absence of a blaze does not indicate the bunny's age or need for care. In the case of a baby rabbit which has been removed from a dangerous situation, such as a predator, consider this to be a temporary measure. Keep the kitten in a safe, quiet place until the danger has passed. Then, simply return it to the area where it was found. A mother rabbit will not reject a kitten if it has human scent on it. This is the rabbit's best chance for survival. However, if the baby has been attacked by a cat, any wound contaminated by a claw or tooth will kill the kitten within a few days. It needs to be taken to a wildlife rehabilitator or veterinarian and given a rabbit-safe antibiotic. Step 2. Prepare a place for the rabbits to stay until you can get them help. A wooden or plastic box with high sides is quite ideal. Line the box with pesticide-free soil and follow with a layer of dried hay, not wet grass clippings. Scoop out a circular nest in the hay for the babies can stay in. If you can, line it with fur from the actual nest or fur from a pet rabbit. You can also use fur from a wild rabbit. Do not ever use hair from another species, particularly not from a predator. If you do not have access to rabbit fur, line the nest with a thick layer of tissues or soft cloths. Place one at the end of the box on top of a hot pad, heated bed, or in an incubator to keep it warm. Place only one side of the bottom of the box on the heat so the babies can move if they feel too warm. Step 3. Place the rabbits gently inside of the nest. You may use gloves to handle the rabbits. They can carry diseases and draw blood from a bite. Most adult wild rabbits are infested with fleas, but most babies are free of them, but may have a tick or two that needs to be removed. If you are squeamish about removing a tick, ask someone with experience. You do need to be really careful with ticks as they may carry diseases transmissible to humans. It is best to keep the rabbit in an area away from human and other animal, especially a predator, living areas. Also, it is okay to allow a baby rabbit to get used to human scent. They will revert back to their wild instincts as they mature. Handle the babies as little as possible. They can become distressed from excessive handling and die. Gently place a little of the fur tissue, low-power plush fabric, or a terry washcloth on top of the rabbits for warmth and security. Be aware that wild rabbits can pass diseases to domestic rabbits. Use careful sanitation producers after handling the wild rabbits or its waste, especially if you have other rabbits. Step 4. Put a screen on top of the bunny box. If the rabbits can walk, they will need to be covered to prevent them from jumping out. Even at a few weeks old, they can be very adept at jumping. You may need to be sure the top is kept shaded from light. Final step. Let the rabbits sleep in the box for the 3 days. After that, you can move them to a small hutch. For more ways to care for a baby wild rabbit, read on wikihow.